Here fooling around with Be Rich on another live this morning. So I got a bait casting rod I'm not too good at, so I'm gonna go out in the neighborhood and try this thing out. I gotta perfect it. I know people who've been using it, a bait casting rod, forever. And some of them still have a hard time with them, so just get a little practice in on this Abu Garcia. Just get a little practice in. Not planning on catching anything. It's just practice. But that's the time that you kind of catch stuff when you least expect it. So it's because of Be Rich. I'm blaming him. We're gonna get out here and see. Hopefully not get hung up. And I don't know this area very well. I hate to see this trash out here like that. At least this time they got it in the bag. I don't like seeing the trash out like that. Check me out. First fish. Can y'all see it? I'm sorry. Yes, sir. All right, guys, here we go. First bass. This is my first time ever catching a bass. So, it's a little bitty thing. Shout out to Be Rich for motivating me to get out here today. Been out here for about 30 minutes, first catch. Let him go. Not really set up for this. I caught another bass. See it? Just gonna lay him down and get him on hook. See the little guy? It's number 2 for the day. Probably been out here for an hour. Fun little fighting fish. So we're gonna get this bad boy back in there. A little bitty thing, but just something to do on the weekend. Throw it back, have some fun on my new fishing rod, Abu Garcia. What is it? The Max Pro. I'm actually enjoying it right now. I see the difference in the Black Max and the Max Pro on the adjustability of the spool tension, the clicks, the different things, kind of getting to understand the madness of it. So we're gonna let it back. Put it back in the water. He went somewhere. All right, guys, we finally made it back home. I absolutely have to blame Be Rich for this one. We were on somebody else's live and we was talking about fishing. It was actually a fishing channel. So we was going back and forth and I was like, man, let me go out here, test out this rod, try to get familiar with this bait caster. This, I should go get it. Getting familiar with these bait casters, this Abu Garcia. I actually like this one, this Max Pro. There's different variants of these rods. Once you get into this stuff and you start paying attention and you start seeing the prices, this is my price. They got stuff that's way up there. But I really enjoyed this rod. Today was basically just me teaching myself how to not bird nest the spool. So it's gonna take tons of practice, but I had a good time. We got on 2 fish. And it's a lot of different fishing channels out there too, guys. I've been following Larry Milton Jr. What is it? Country Cousin Greg. That guy's hilarious. He be on them crappie like crazy. He's a good channel to follow. Also follow Vitamin D. I posted him and Country Cousin actually on my community post. I'll try to see if I could drop the rest of the links down in the bio, but I actually had a decent time today, guys. It's a reset, another reset. And of course, I know some of you guys also follow C&B Outdoors, so he's a big crappie man himself as well. So I appreciate you guys for stopping by, checking this video out. We'll talk to you later. Peace. Dirt. Fish. Later, guys. That almost sound like wind, water, heart. Go planet.